Guys, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty fantastic. Today's daily challenge was called Tricky Pinks, many pink balloons heading down the river. Use good towers to catch up. I don't really know what that means, but Sniper 355. And basically every single balloon that are pinks and under are pinks. I think that was the rule. So that really only changes the first like 30 levels or so. And then after that it's really just normal gameplay, and realistically the only difference is you don't really get any farms or anything like that. So I mean, I guess this could be a little bit difficult, but overall it's just kind of like beating Snake River on medium with a little bit of a hard time on the first few levels. And I did end up doing it no lives lost, so that was pretty freaking sweet. It took me quite a few tries to actually get no lives lost, whether you believe it or not. I don't know why, I just really wanted to get no lives lost on this one, so I'd appreciate likes if you'd like this, because I mean, just how often do you see a no lives lost daily challenge this sweet and fantastic? I don't know. Well, let's go over the strategy really fast, and then I'll talk about something else maybe for a little bit. Talk about what I did today or something like that. Maybe you guys would be interested. So I started off with a tack shooter, actually. I started off with a 2-0 tack shooter and a couple dart monkeys, and you gotta put these like completely right, or I can guarantee you guys are gonna get some lives lost. So I mean, don't get mad at me if you lose a couple lives here or there, because it's kind of just like not really 100% random. But I can guarantee if you're like put one like 10 pixels off, you're just gonna be like, oop, guess what? You lost a life. So that's gonna be a little bit tough for you guys to get no lives lost, I think, even if you copy this strategy perfectly, at least for the first few levels. And then I got a couple more dart monkeys, and then eventually I got a couple more tack shooters, and then I got a spike factory. And once you get the spike factory, you're not going to get no lives lost for sure, but you probably will. The spike factory is really helpful for the no lives lost thing, and realistically after that you're gonna have no problems whatsoever. I just think you should watch out for the Moabs just a little bit. Realistically though, you're really not going to have that many problems if you just make some tack shooters or some ninja monkeys. I think tack shooters are probably the best thing for the Moabs, but ninja monkeys can be used as well. You could probably save up for a Spectre or something like that for some of the really late rounds, but realistically it's not really that important. You can probably get away with a bunch of really crappy towers like I did. I used mostly boomerangs, tacks, and I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I used. Boomerangs, tacks, and a couple ninjas here and there. I got my spike factory up to 4-2, and that was just kind of just as an extra defense. If you notice, like, no balloons ever even got there, so it's really not totally necessary. You're going to have a bunch of extra money from the first few rounds because they're all pinks, you know, so it's actually easier later game than normal. So I guess that's really all I got for the strategy. I guess I'll just tell you guys what I did a little bit today. Maybe that's interesting to you guys. I work at a garden shop, flower shop, whatever you want to call it, and we just got a bunch of Christmas trees in. So I was of course dealing with a bunch of Christmas trees, and that was tough. You actually have to go inside these big semi-trucks, which you guys probably seen a bunch of semi-trucks. You've probably never been in one, but actually if you go inside one, they're actually really big and spacious, and they're usually, because we're dealing with wreaths and trees and stuff like that, they're really cold. So you can actually get like air from Canada and like breathe it in, because those things haven't been opened yet, and they're almost always we get stuff from Canada. And if you notice, all the truck drivers are usually Canadian, and sometimes there's some really stereotypical Canadian guys, and sometimes they can be funny. Usually whenever you get those guys coming in, they're always wearing t-shirts and 20-degree temperatures and stuff, and I'm no baby to the cold, but even me, for 20 degrees, too cold for me. 40 degrees is probably my limit for t-shirt weather. At least when I work. When I'm not working, I usually get a cold just a little bit easier, 50 degrees maybe, for t-shirt. And I got so many cuts and stuff from just working one day today and a little bit yesterday. I have like giant red stains of cuts all over my forearms and my hands from all those Christmas trees. Those needles just like stab you and make you bleed and stuff. And I have sap all over my hands. My hands are almost nearly black. There's a bunch of black stains all over my hands, so that was pretty crazy. And then when I'm not doing Christmas trees and stuff, I'm making wreaths, and that's really all I do for my job right now. I know you guys might say like, oh, that sounds like a really crappy job. You'd think he'd be like an engineer or something. No, I'm just a normal flower shop guy. I'm still going to school, trying to become a biologist, and maybe I'll work in a lab pretty soon. Hopefully next year I'll work in a lab, but right now I just work at a kind of crappy job and doing manual labor. So yeah, that's my job. Not too special. That's really all I got for you guys, for me to talk about. If you guys want to hear anything else, or you have any suggestions or anything you want me to talk about, please go ahead and put those in the comments, because obviously I know you guys like to listen to some of the cool things I talk about, and a lot of the times they come from the comments from you guys. They don't come from me making stuff up, because it's obviously more work for me to go and look for stuff to talk about than if you guys tell me something you want to hear. Not only can you listen to something you want to hear, you'll have fun watching Bloom Star Defense videos. So, and you can know that your comment was actually that one. So please give me some more suggestions, guys. I definitely appreciate those, especially stuff to talk about. Super duper awesome if you guys would do that for me. Thank you for watching. Have a really nice day.